Welcome back to Astro Colony. We need to fix a few things because I've just kind of been building these wherever I feel like it. I've had to move some stuff around so we can start to get some efficiencies going. So I've moved the recycling machine to give some more space over here. And I've also moved the smelter over here and built another asteroid catcher. What we can do with these asteroid catchers is you can tell it specifically what to target. And it will try to pull in those items if it can. It's usually pretty good about it. So we've got one for iron here, one for ice cubes, which as you can see has pulled in a carbon asteroid. This one is doing iron, that's doing copper, and this one's doing carbon. So the carbon's coming out and just feeding this at the moment, which isn't great for energy production. So we need to fix that for starters. What we want to do is get carbon flowing into these reactors a little bit better. And we currently have a network load of 116%, so we actually need to have some more reactors as well. What we need to do is down here, we want two logistics blocks. We want one here and one here. This one is going to push ice. This one is going to push carbon. Then we're going to have the carbon come off onto this track. Probably help us get in the right place. Plant that there. Then we're going to take another logistics block, which is a splitter that we don't have yet. So what do we need to do to get a splitter? That would be automation. Let me just wait for this science to research, and then we shall come back once we have the logistics. Okay, we have completed automation. Get a splitter. If we put a splitter here, and we edit this, we no longer have a left, so we're going to replace that with a 0, and we're going to put that as a 2. So this means that 33% of the time resources are going to go into this reactor here. Now it's not perfect, and it's kind of the best we can do at the moment until we get the proper logistics blocks. This will do for now. I was thinking that we could put splitters on here and have the splitters just take off 33% of the carbon ore, but also it does lead to the other issue that the carbon ore will still go through to here, which I don't want to happen at the moment. I've completed the line over to here, so this thing now has an almost as close to infinite as possible of ice cubes, which is just going to keep producing water to go into here, which leads us to our next technology that we need to research, which is hydrogen. Now if I hit this, I'm going to complete because we've got the basic science, and because we've got loads of basic science, I'm going to go with the oxygen barrier as well. And this thing is really cool. So let's build the hydro generator. Got the resources to build it. So we're going to pop that there. Of course, these inputs are in the wrong place, but we can't do anything about that. So, I guess we go up and over. And the water pipe. So this is going to take water and carbon. It's going to produce hydrogen tanks. And we can also produce hydrotonic, which is a drink that we need to give to things later. Now, if we also look in what we've just unlocked, we have this here. This generates a barrier which keeps our oxygen supply going. And I'm just literally going to dump that. Ta-da! We don't want to feed this machine with carbon at the moment because we don't need hydrogen tanks. But we do need to create oxygen tanks, which are created from water. And then once we get the oxygen tanks are going to feed this. And then this is going to feed everything else. Anyway, let's see. Oxygen barrier. So my oxygen, if you look in the bottom left-hand corner, is now going up because we had a oxygen tank. We no longer need to use ice to refill. I'm going to hold on to some ice, though, because things could go wrong or when I move things around. But this, for the moment, creates this lovely barrier. Which has a fantastic effect. I really like this ice effect. Here outside, we can see the whole barrier. But let's try and finish this off. So we need another power. And I think that is high enough. Okay, that restores power. Then if we put down, I am short on copper wire, it would appear. We've got plenty of iron bars now, got plenty of copper bars. So now we're starting to become fairly self-sufficient in that we have enough resources, not worry about messing around too much. Oops, that's gone the wrong way. So that needs to be a 0, that needs to be a 2. Definitely didn't mean for that to loop back around. I've got one more that we're going to put across here. I should be able to remove this logistics block and this. Plus a couple of these. We should be good now. So this should produce carbon. Well, actually several of them will produce carbon depending on what rocks they pull in. There is our carbon. There is a piece of carbon. Comes across. Goes past that one. Goes past that one. And goes into this one, which has just run out of power. Although this one's also run out of power. Great. And I just saw a piece of carbon ore make it through to the end there. So that is good. That means this is more or less working. So that one's just been fed. This one's been fed. Okay. I'm good with that. That is upgraded, improved. We are at a 95% load, so I can expand this now to increase more. That's great. Asteroid. What's next is building. So our current mission we've got here is to do floor supports. I think manufacturing is probably not a bad idea. Cosmic Harpoon there. So if I grab this, Cosmic Harpoon is really cool. Cosmic Harpoon will allow me to latch on to some of these islands. We obviously need to get there and have more things like than copper. So let's grab the scanner as well because that's going to be needed. Oh, I can't do that yet because I need to have more science. Always comes down to science.
Yes, science!